All right, it's about 2:32 p.m. today, April the 29th. I'm going to go over my trades for the day. First, though, might as well just go over the watch list that I had last night. Um, I said on watch for 429, be patient, give the week time to set the tone. I said coming into tomorrow, I'm unsure about the overall market. We're bouncing on the SPY, but we're below the key moving averages. We're really testing that 20 and 50 day, so I want to be patient. I don't want to get into swing plays yet, even though some plays like Nvidia, VRT, Carvana, Tesla are all bouncing back. I don't want to go after the hard money. I want to wait till things are much easier. So I'm going to do nothing in terms of the swing market right now. I'm going to focus on short-term day trading. So my one pattern was CSSE. It was a listed first green day. I said it was worth it due to the spikeability and tight consolidation down here. The problem was the volume was really light, but it reminded me of YYAI when the chart was kind of, if you see the chart's kind of like compressing and getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. So if the volume comes in, it could trigger it and spike it. So let's go over this. I did play this one, but it just wasn't a great one. So, well, first let me explain. It was a big runner, huge volume, came down, had a red day, two red days, and today gapped up with some good volume. Well, not good volume, but bigger volume than the previous day, and ended up bouncing. Now, my problem was coming into the open, we spiked, basically 5 cents right out the gate. And on a stock that's 30 cents, that really skews the risk reward. So I was trying to buy dips. I was buying it at 28 here, then adding on the high daybreak. But as the volume came in, the volume was expanding. The price action wasn't expanding. It wasn't exploding or just uptrending per se. It was heavy. It was thick. It was pretty gross. The asks wouldn't disappear, and when there's big volume and thick, heavy price action, where do you think all this volume is going to go if it doesn't work? They're going to go straight to the exit, straight to the bids. And that's what happened. When we had this 30 failed break, I was all out. I got out break even. I think I tried one more. No, that was it. I just got out all break even. And at this point, we're consolidating, consolidating, consolidating. And I'm saying, okay, maybe it's a secondary attempt. But if you think about this, I was thinking, okay, maybe it breaks over 31 and I buy it again. But I'm risking down to 27 and a half with slippage 27. So I'm risking 4 cents in what this maybe spikes to 35, 36. So 4 cents, a 1-to-1 risk reward. That's terrible. So at this point, I was already writing this play off. I said, the risk reward is just not there. Don't take, even though the volume was there and it came in, don't take a 1-to-1 risk reward. And that's exactly what happened. Just given this daily chart, if we look at it like this, I thought, okay, maybe we spike back into this, 32 congestion range, the highs here. I didn't think we were going all the way to 40, although it was possible. The risk reward was just skewed. And if we look at what happened, yeah, I could have bought it and could have sold out for a single, but the risk was just too much. I don't want to risk all the way down to here for, you got to be out within 5 minutes and then it ends up failing and fading. So this was, yes, a listed first screen day that worked and spiked, but it was kind of a dud because of the risk reward profile just ruined it. And it is what it is. It happens. I mean, listen, if you were a guy buying a 25, 26 right out the gate, great for you. That's awesome. And you nailed this play and you could have bought it. You could have been adding on the dips, risking the lows, but that's not my style. I wanted some consolidation, and this morning spike just kind of ruined the whole risk profile. Risk reward at the end of the day is everything, no matter how good the play is. So that's that. I broke even on this one. Nothing great, and I love it. Phenomenal trade. Breaking even is great. Then AIRE, if I go to the watch list real quick, yes, I'm looking at clubs, golf clubs over there, but if I go into the watch list, AIRE, this also was a listed first green day. It was worth it because it's a nice multi-day runner with some decent volume that's sustaining. So I played this one a little better today. And we also got that quick morning spike, but given the daily chart, I thought it had more room to run. I was buying in here. It dipped, but I was risking one because I think there was like a 12,000 share bid there. So I was saying, okay, that's a good round number to risk. and a good bid to really sell into if it starts failing. So it came down. We were holding VWAP though, going sideways, sideways, sideways. Volume started to come back in here, and it perked. I had like 20,000 shares, and then we went green. But again, it was getting volume, but it just wasn't really pushing as much as I would like. So I was just all out for a quick scalp. It did end up going a bit higher, but still, look, it pushed again and then faded. Now, this one, it is a bit different because if we look at this chart, it did have a secondary attempt. Right in here, volume came in, so I rebought that 20,000 shares, and it just couldn't break the highs again. So I sold in this candle here. Sorry, I kind of caused it to slam down there, but it just wasn't working, so I cut it. And these listed first screen days were duds, but they still ended up working. What I wrote was I said it didn't have the mooch, it didn't have the volume, it just didn't have the stuff as it was trying to break out. Normally a listed first screen day would churn here, volume, boom, breakout, break 120, 125, really start pushing, volume starts increasing, increasing. It just didn't happen here, and that's okay. You recognize it, understand it, and I cut my losses intelligently. Just like I did this morning to protect myself, I did the same thing here. Why stay in a play when it's not working the way you want in your time frame? Especially after holding all day, I thought this secondary attempt could be nice and it could run to 130, maybe even 140, but it just couldn't do it. It didn't have the stuff, didn't have the mooch. So screw it. I'm going to cut it. I mean, coming into today, I thought it was kind of a dud day anyways. These plays aren't A+, but I mean, if we look, hold on one sec. How do I get that? Uh, There it is. If we look, I mean, I sized up well enough where I was still able to lock in a very solid profit, about 1,600. I only traded in my E-Trade account today. So about $1,600 gain, which is awesome on subpar, like C plus setups like this. But yeah, I'll take that all day, protect myself, stay safe. And I mean, that's really it. Other than that, I had Cocoa Futures on watch for a breakdown. They did break down today. But other than that, really just be patient as this week is just beginning. Stick to your patterns, stick to your plays, stick to your discipline. That's really it. Stick to your process and keep refining, refining, refining.